This episode of Film Riot is brought to you by Domain.com. Today we're showing you how we took off into the air in the last episode because I can. Film Riot, the show that takes the mystery out of the effects and techniques, going to some of your favorite Hollywood films. I'm your host, Ryan Conley, and last week we showed how to fly through the air like the Man of Steel, and as promised last week, today I'm going to show you how we did this. Now, we have shown ways of doing this before, one of which is somewhat similar to how we did this, but there are several small things that really make this effect work very well. So, let's do it to it. Oh hey, what's up?
Keep calm. Why don't you go to her and tell her I'm going to help, and I'll be there in a minute.
Shooting the takeoff is very easy. It's just one shot of the actor jumping into the air, looking ridiculous for all the neighbors to see and think we're insane. Then ask them to move off frame and watch them get confused, and then prance off once they figured it out. And this will be your clean plate. So now we move into our compositor of choice. For this, it does not matter which one you use. It could be After Effects, it could be Hit Film, Motion, Nuke, whatever you want to use. The technique will be the same, only the buttons will change. So pop in the footage of your actor, find the point where he jumps, and then loop that little jumpy motion to the music of your choice. Once you've satisfied that urge, find the point that he's at his highest and hit Command-Shift-D on a Mac to split the clips, or go to Edit, Split Layer, which will split the clip at that moment, making two different layers. So now on the top layer, we're gonna go frame by frame for about 3 or 4 layers and mask our character out of the scene. The reason we did this instead of freezing the layer and just masking that one frame to move up is so we can get that extra motion from the actor and the cape as well as he moves up. Next, we bring in our clean plate and drop it below everything. Then we go to the first frame of this top layer that we rotoed our actor from, hit the clock here to turn on keyframing, then move forward 3 or 4 frames to move your actor up and out of the picture. Turn on motion blur and we have this. Not quite right. We have our actor stuttering before he launches up. He's clearly jumping and it just seems off. But this is just the foundation. Now we get into all the little extras that's really gonna make this look great. Starting with getting rid of my actor's reflection right here. I didn't notice when we were shooting, but when he moved off frame, he didn't move far enough, and I have a reflection of him here on the car. No problem though. I will just duplicate my clip from when he was in the shot, move it over the clean plate, and then mask around just that area I need, feather to blend, and problem solved. Next, I want to fix this stalled motion we get when the actor jumps. We obviously want this to seem like the character is launching into the air with crazy power.
You can't leave here now. I'm responsible for your being alive.
To do this, I will add time remapping to my actor's layer, set a keyframe right when he's about to jump, then another at the end of the clip. Then I will bring the last keyframe in, which will speed up his jump. Then trim your clip back to that final keyframe, and then move it back in line with the takeoff clip. And this is looking much better, but still a bit off, and the reason it looks a little odd is because there's no motion blur on the actor at first when they're doing their jump. If we go frame by frame here, you'll see that everything is fully sharp, even though it's supposed to be moving really fast. Then it just snaps into motion blur with the first frame of the takeoff clip. To correct this, I'm going to duplicate my actor's layer, then trim it to start where the actor starts to jump, then roto him out of this layer. It doesn't have to be perfect, just close enough and feather to blend. Now I will add directional blur to this and keyframe it from 1 to 20 over the course of these few frames. And now if we go frame by frame, you'll see that it's much smoother, and full speed, you'll see it looks far better. Know what I'm saying? Just making that booty clap. You know, what does that even mean? I've heard that several times in rap songs, make that booty clap, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And every time I just think of this.
Let me see your blah blah blah. Shake that thing like it's Mardi Gras. me see you blah blah blah.
But I digress. Now a quick break, and then we finish this bad boy off with all the trimmings.
You look tense.
Intense.
About what?
I'm waiting for someone not to use domain.com.
Not to use?
Yes. And the minute they try to use something other than domain.com, I'm going to save them from themselves by slapping them directly in the mouth.
Why are you looking at a computer screen?
I've discovered a technology portal. I can see them.
Yeah. No.
Ah! Use domain.com.
Oh my god.
Yeah, disgusting how many people come this close to not using domain.com. I mean, how do they not know that it's the best place to get your domain name in web hosting? With domain, a .net is only $8.99 a year, Ryan!
How are you doing that?
What?
You shoved your hand through the laptop.
Oh, that. Have you ever seen Matrix?
Yes?
It's nothing like that.
Ah! Dude!
Got another one.
You can't just sit here slapping people in the face.
You'd rather them go through life not knowing the awesomeness of
I
domain.com?
really doubt you slapping people in the face is gonna make them use domain.com.
You see those marks?
Yes?
Each one of them have saw the light and now use domain discovery service.
Okay, but why don't you
They
just...
enter in the domain name they want. If it's taken, bam! Domain gives suggestions for alternatives.
You can't just keep slapping people in the face. Sooner or later, somebody's gonna, sue you or something.
And if they want to save money, all they have to do is use...
Coupon code Film Riot at checkout for 15% off. I know.
It's great savings.
It really is.
Don't ever interrupt me again.
You can't tell me what to do.
Go away now. Leave Daddy to his work.
You know what? Just to piss you off, I'm gonna get a domain name with something other than domain.com.
You will not!
Oh, yes, I will. And I'll do it right in front of you.
No, Ryan!
I'm buying joshisanidiot.com.
You will get joshisanidiot.com using domain.com. And get a .net too. Protect your brand.
Logo.
Oh, hi there.
This is a police search.
Oh, thank God.
Tell me what the trouble is.
I'm going to have a baby.
Jumping right back in, next we will add some dirt and dust, which we grabbed a couple of these clips from Action Essentials, threw them in, scaled and positioned where we wanted, then pre-comp these bad boys all together and masked around the areas that are supposed to be in front of those dirt elements and added a color correction to match it all up. Next, I found a cracked image like this one, brought it in, drew an oval mask and feathered it, then pre-comped it. Then in that pre-comp, I brought in my background plate so I could use it as a reference. Then I turned the crack layer to 3D and position it where I wanted. Then we pre-comp that ground layer again. Now I add a mask to remove all the foreground stuff that the crack is supposed to be behind, and then deleted the clean plate from that layer. Then we go back to our main comp. We set this crack layer to overlay and add curves to get the look you want. Then we'll mask yet again. Again, I create an oval mask and keyframe it to open over the period of time that I want. Like so. Simple as that. You really don't need to do much more than this, just that oval opening up to reveal the crack really does everything you need. Since it happens so fast, it works perfectly. You know, just some sexy ground cracking awesomeness. So make it clap, baby.
Shake that thing like it's Mardi Gras.
Now we pre-comp everything, then add an adjustment layer and add Radial Blur to that adjustment layer, then keyframe the amount from 0 when he starts his jump to 5 when he's into the air, and then back down as he leaves the frame. And this will add a feeling of impact from the takeoff and help hide any seams that might be showing from our effect.
Light's only work is to find money for drugs.
Finally, we add widescreen bars and alt-click position on our comp layer and add the expression wiggle, open bracket, 0.5, comma, 15, close bracket, and this adds a slightly handheld feel to our shot. Then we keyframe the anchor point to move violently right at the takeoff, then slowly bring it back and make sure to add easy ease to all those keyframes and turn on motion blur, which gives us this look of the camera getting thrown about by the force of the takeoff and then slowly righting itself. And now with all that together, we have a solid looking takeoff that's pretty simple to pull off. Surprisingly simple, I think, actually. Just a lot of steps, but nothing too intense.
Shake that thing like it's Mardi Gras.
But that does, in fact, bring us to the end of this episode. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Ryan_Conley, and I'll see you next week when I drive my car with my cell phone from the back seat.
You shoved your hand. I really doubt you slapping people in the face is gonna make them use the.
Thanks, man.
Nice.
That was my golden ticket.
Great working. Oh no! He's stuck in a loop!
Ow.
Sorry. I'm embarrassed. Boom, got it. Solid, son.
But why don't you just...
They enter in the doopa dappa doopa doopy doopoo.